Alright, just a week until Valentine's Day. Now, I'm very pleased that I was able to speak up at my workplace. I work evenings at a tutoring center, and I was able to arrange things and have Valentine's Day to myself, which was nice. I especially liked how I didn't have to lie about what I was doing on Valentine's Day. I didn't have to embellish about the kind of date that I was going on, and I got accepted for the kind of date that I'm going on. Now, I was just thinking about another time, almost 4 years ago to the day, where I didn't speak up for myself, and I caused myself a lot of trouble. What had happened was I had gone out to view a lunar eclipse at the end of January in 2018. And I so badly wanted the day off the following day because I knew I would be out really late into the evening. I could look up what time it was, but I remember it being 2 or 3 in the morning when the eclipse was going to happen. And I was working at a startup company the following day, and I really wanted the next day off. But I thought about all my colleagues. Nobody has ever asked for a day off to do something alone, right? A lot of my colleagues, they want the day off because they have something planned with their children, with their spouse. I just thought it wouldn't fit the boat. And I used to be very sensitive to the idea of not fitting in, right? And so I didn't ask for the day off. I went to see the lunar eclipse, and after I viewed the eclipse, I was out in Ellensburg viewing this because we had cloudy nights in Seattle at the time. And at 4 in the morning, I went back to my car to get a couple hours of sleep, and then I had to head back to Seattle, obviously. It's a 2-hour drive. Somehow I got through the workday. I get out to the parking lot, and I sit in my car, and I just collapse. And then the next thing I knew, it was sometime 10, 11 p.m. at night, and the security of the parking lot thought I was had some kind. It was drunk or something. He actually called the police to come look at me, and I had to explain what I had been doing, and the officer just laughed at me. He didn't have any sympathy at all. At first, he was angry that I was sleeping in the parking lot, and then when he heard what had happened, he just laughed. I left the area, and I thought I was in so much trouble with my workplace. I don't know if that contributed to me eventually losing my job at the workplace, but all that when I really should have just asked for the day off. And so I had a massive hangover, is what I like to call it. I do that a lot, actually. I go out stargazing, and I come back to a mess. I had another time when I was working at another tutoring center, and I had a stargazing event just like that. I came back, and I went to work, and next thing I knew, I thought I had messed up. I thought I had gone to work. I wasn't sure if I only went there in the dream or I actually went there. It wasn't until I talked to one of my students, hey, when are we going to, when's your next session? Did I realize I actually did go to work? But it felt like a dream, and I was so angry at both myself and at the culture of the workplace. It felt like a very toxic workplace. It felt like if your life beats differently than other people, that you're just ignored. And I'm so glad I got the day off on Valentine's Day, and I got it off on my terms. I didn't have to lie about what I was doing. And progress, I guess. There was another time where I was just thinking about another time I wanted to talk about. Oh, I wish I had spoken up at the previous home that I was living in. I was living with my landlord. Here I live with a roommate, but he's not the owner, so it feels more level playing field. What had happened was that my landlord, he wouldn't leave me alone. You know, I come home from work, I just want to recharge. And he worries about how I live my life, to the point that I'll be eating and he'll want to turn up the lights a little bit more. And, you know, I had a rough day. You know, I don't need somebody adjusting. If I need the lights on, I'll turn them on, right? And I really should have spoke up. I know how to handle my life. Just let me, if there's an emergency, feel free, right? If I'm cooking something and something catches fire, yes, feel free to do something about that. But in terms of what I eat or how I want to handle my life, could you please leave me alone? I wish I had said that to see what would happen, right? The worst is that he completely disagrees, and then I need to move out anyway, right? I've learned that it is better to take care of yourself and worry about culture later, right? You can't care about culture when you don't have a life to begin with.